Hey, what's up YouTube? This is Carlos with Twins Reef, bringing you guys another video. And today I just want to talk corals, and I want to talk about the fish tank. So I don't know if I mentioned in the last video, but I actually had brought all my soanthids back, the soanthids that I wanted to originally grow out in this tank. All the frags I had, probably about 15 different varieties of soanthids. I had removed them because I had an issue with cyanobacteria, and seeing how cyanobacteria actually killed one of the heads of my torches, I did the wise move to remove the psoas before anything bad happens. But about a week or two ago, I had thought about, actually a week ago, I brought back my zoanthids to this tank, and they were probably in this tank for about three days, but I removed them, and I just want to tell you guys why. To be honest, guys, I like zoanthids, but I don't want to keep them anymore. Why? Because of polytoxins. I know some people don't think it's a big deal, and some others think that it's a big deal. I already had experiences with polytoxins. It actually sent me to the emergency room, and it is scary stuff, so I don't want to deal with that anymore. And I just thought to myself, you know what, I'm just not going to keep Swans anymore. I do have the Rastas there, and that's because they're on a rock, but I'm thinking of figuring a way how to remove the Swanthids from that rock, or just selling that whole rock by itself with the Swanthids. But I don't want to keep Swanthids anymore. You could call me that I'm scared, or I'm over exaggerating. I know that if you leave them alone, they should be fine. But you know what? I just don't want to deal with zoanthids anymore. They're beautiful corals, but it's just something that I would rather not keep in my tank. Regardless, Euphyllia are actually my favorite corals since day one. But hey, I love zoanthids. I do love mushrooms as well. So that's something I actually did with my tank. So yeah, so let's talk corals. Nothing much has changed with my tank. I still have my Euphyllia garden. My corals are doing wonderful. One thing I did notice on my hologram coral, it actually split it in its two heads. I mean, you're not going to be able to tell by the video, but sometimes when the lights are turned off, let's see if I can have an angle there, you can see it split it to two heads, so that's pretty awesome. My frog spawn, not octo spawn, sorry, has actually grown too. The tentacles are looking healthy and beautiful. Also, these corals up here, the hammers, the splatter toxic hammer, and to be honest, I don't know the name of the other one, but I think they're actually branching. At first, I thought they were walls, but I think it's just big heads, but they are branching. And then we have my bicolor here, which it also seems like it's going to split into two heads, but I can't really see, but it's done so wonderful. One thing with this coral, I probably have it for about 6 months now. I bought it from a local hobbyist. He actually fragged it the day that I bought it, which I shouldn't have bought it, but he's like, hey, you could trust me. So I was like, all right. Paid like 35 bucks for it, a bicolor hammer. It took a long time, guys, for it to actually open up like it's doing right now. But again, patience is key, and if patience is paying off, the coral does look happy. And then to the right, it's a gold slash orange hammer. It looks like it's two heads too. It's just really small, so I actually just placed it here, so hopefully it likes it. If I see that it's not liking it, I'll probably transfer it somewhere else where it was, which it was originally there. One thing that I actually tried to do today, I was trying to put all my torches here and try to put my hammers here, but then I noticed there's a lot of wave of current there, so it wasn't gonna work out. The hammers and octospawns, they weren't liking it, so yeah. And one thing, I need to get myself some frog spawns because I don't have any. I have hammers, octospawns, but no frog spawns. So I think a frog spawn would be nice in this section of the tank. There's still room here that I could be adding. And then here is my little collection of mushrooms right here. We have my hairy mushrooms. I brought the golden gonzo here, and I've noticed this golden gonzo. I don't know if if you guys will be able to see. It actually has some bounces on it, so that's pretty awesome. And then the sun kiss is doing wonderful as well. And then we move here to this Rhodactis, which I don't know the name of it, but it's a nice Rhodactis. The well caught Deadpools are doing wonderful as well. Um, there's like this gold speck on it, that's it, but hopefully it gets some black on it. We'll see what happens with this Deadpool. I probably had it for about a year now, so we'll see what happens, how it grows, and if it morphs at the end, or let's see what happens. The Recordias are doing wonderful too, and so is the Wild Kryptonite, which looks awesome. And like always, my yellow tank always gets in the way. Now this is actually a new torch that I had. Actually, in my frag tank, I had 8 torches. I actually ended up having 6 because I had brought one, because I bought a pack of 8, so I put one here and then one in my wife's tank, but it morphed into this. And then I noticed that they were slightly all different. If you guys can see how the tips are, this ones are, it's like more like a fade. So I decided to place this one here today. So we'll see what happens if it actually morphs or it just keeps this way. They'll be awesome because, you know, it'll be different. I was going to sell it because from the 6 I sold 4, and I was only left with 2. So I was like, told my wife, you know what, I'll just keep one, you keep one, and we'll see if they morph or not. But hopefully it doesn't. It keeps like this, and they'll be awesome, you know, to have different type of torches. It's pretty cool. Then next to it we have the Green Reaper torch. Then we have the yellow tip torch. Everything's doing good. That's something that I like. Then we have the fireworks down there and some other torches. And then my torch that was starting to bleach. I mean, it's still alive, so again, I don't know what to do with it. So hopefully it recovers. Then we have a GSP. You know what, I always have to have GSP in my tank. And man, when I saw these two together, the spicy lemon fabia and this mummy eye chalice, those colors just look so awesome. That's the thing I like about the hobby, about the corals, just having colors like that. Man, it makes it pop. Just the color, it saturates the color. So like, you don't want to keep just all green corals in one together and then one other color all together. If you have a pattern like this that will contradict the other color, they'll look amazing. It just makes the colors pop, and that's something that I like about the hobby. These are not the nicest, healthiest corals, but it still looks good. You see, like zoanthids, how the color is, that's how you should have it in your tank. Mix the colors around and it'll be something like this, like the Rosas. Looks awesome. And then this torch has grown a lot too. It has like two to 4 heads already. My Dragon Sulfabia, one of my favorites, growing slowly, but it's still beautiful. And so that green chalice that was given to me by my brother Roberto looks awesome. So is my trumpet coral, my other Miami Hurricane chalice, looking awesome. And then on top I have all my digitatas, which usually I don't have good luck. I mean, the one all the way to the left and to the right, they're doing good. The one in the middle, I actually just placed it today. It was in my wife's tank. It wasn't doing good, so I told her, you know what, she was doing her rockscape, so they just throw it in my tank and let's see what happens. But it seems like it's going to open up. So yeah, besides that, guys, nothing has changed in this tank. One thing I did notice is I'm seeing diatoms again in the sand bed, so we'll see what happens with that. I was doing water changes every week. Today's the first week that I missed a water change, so that water change probably has to wait until next week because I don't feel like doing a water change. One thing different that I'm doing, I just started to officially dose pellets. Sorry, the light's not gonna allow it to, but these are, I'll read it for you guys. These are not New Life Spectrum Marine Fish natural color enhancing regular pellets. So I was using pellets from what is that company called, from Reef Nutrition. I was giving an example last year when I went to Corals Farmer Market, and that sample was what I was using to feed my fish. So one day I'll feed pellets, the other day flakes. But then I told my wife, you know what, let's try to find some pellets, and we did. These cost me about $11. So we'll see how long they will last. But hey, I was like, what about my fish don't like them? Excuse me if the camera moves a lot. I'm just using one hand, but I'll feed them. The fish like it. and they just sink right. They just fall right into the tank, and you see the fish are going crazy for it. So fish are healthy, guys. I never saw my yellow watchman goby that I bought, so most likely it jumped out somewhere. So we'll see what happened at the end. If I ever find it, I'll let you guys know. Thank you guys for watching, and I'm out, guys. Have a great day. Peace.